We continue today the series of latest links. We start with my paintings, blogs, vlogs, books that I have read since our last session, and books that I'm working on, and my website. So this is my latest painting. Don't disturb me, I'm reading the newspaper. I have a blog. Basically, here I collect the information I receive from internet about Tartary.
What if 13 powerful
13 powerful family that inherited the civilization, the ancient buildings and land after an old civilization was destroyed. The next blog, it's also about history, about the mud flood that engulfed the earth. This is part of my research for my next book, the history of the last few hundred years. And the more I research, the more meaningful information I found. Images of large people coexisting with small people. A lot of extremely large buildings can be still found on North America. And apparently these buildings are only the top of the more ancient buildings that were engulfed in the year 812, around the beginning of the 19th century, in mud flood. Children were abducted, basically, from the poor neighborhood and moved across America to remove the mud from large buildings. And they have pictures of that. I found picture of that fact. Documents of their history, of their birth certificate were destroyed. Land grab and old buildings were repurposed. The clock was changed. At one point, clock had the day had 17 hours. Days were being added to the year. Then we have another blog about, again, I record other people's information that seems to be relevant to this period of history. There is a man called Darrell Wolf. He is a medical doctor, that is aware that Lydos equipment at the airports are actually X-ray machines, and they produce damage, radiation damage on human body. A lot of people get sick radiation poisoning after they pass through these Lydos machines. Another interesting information is certain in a blog, images of the Cronovisor. Cronovisor is a time machine that the Vatican possess. Apparently, there are multiple such time machines. The North American military also possess such a machine and does testing on it. But I think these images are from, it's not specified the origin or which chronovisor is used. First contact with extraterrestrials. So this chronovisor is a machine that goes in the past and record images. In North America, time travel is known from in the secret space program, in the part that is not widely known by the general public, and they are also interacting with the past. But in this case, it's just a view of the past. Again, Cronovisor, a machine, time machines, times that are also have also other names, but this is the Cronovisor images. Another subject, another blog, another information I found from internet. So again, these are not my inventions. Ancient tribe of giants were discovered where the ice was melted. Groenland or North Pole or South Pole, it's not said in the video, but images of very large people, very large frozen people appeared on internet. Vision 360 on Facebook. Now we have another entry in the extraterrestrial blog of extraterrestrials at Area 51. That's North America, United States. That show people of different types, so humanoids, reptilians, and ant people. If you want to find more, I have a book. My last book, Unknown History. You will find information about this species of humanoids. Actually, they are intelligent species. That's how a ant person and a reptilian look like. It's possible to be artificial intelligence. With the internet, we never know. But more and more images of other humanoid species appear online. Another one, theory of artificial intelligence. are very large humanoids interacting with sort of military. There are a series of books where the inner earth people want to come to the surface. Other species of intelligent life come from out of space. The inner earth people, so the earth is hollow inside, has a central sun, and is honeycombed. So there are two different civilizations living on inside crust of the earth, and other civilization in the tunnels that are inside of the crust of the earth. That is around 800 miles, I think. And these people plan to come to the surface to make us aware that they exist. Now, this is David Adair. He is has an interview on, I think, on Gaia TV, that he explained that at 5 years old he saw by mistake a ant person, ant people, and after that experience, he had a sudden change in his brain ability, brain capacity, and he started reading everything. He went to the library, and he had photographic memory, and he was hired by military and worked on secret projects. But this guy actually at 5 years old, 6 years old, he was able to read a lot of scientific books and remember everything. So he's telling in this video, I leave the link to each video, to the original video, that I thought that it's interesting. He went to the library, and the librarian saw in him a young kid in the science section, asked him how many books he read, and he said he read all the books, 606 books, and he was asked to help the librarian to be in the library, and he had access to all the books around the country by a special card that they gave him. He became a researcher. I think he's still alive. I'm not sure. Now, there is another history of Al Billek. This guy was born under a different name. He was part of Philadelphia experiment that took place in 1943, where Tesla technology was tested, of time travel technology, but because it was not perfected, a lot of people were hurt, and others were killed. He was one of the scientists on the ship, and he experienced a sort of time travel loop. In this video, he explained that he traveled in the future, and he explained how the future city look like, how many people are there. Anti-gravity technology is resolved. Only few millions of people are still on Earth, sometimes in the future. More details, if you want, I will leave the links. Here I have a series of video that I prepared since our last show. My travel to Dominicana Republic. Here is weather weather station, funny weather station in Dominican Republic. A coconut seed is hanged, and they say if this coconut is moving, it's windy. If it's wet, the weather is raining. If is dry, the weather is sunny. But if it disappear, that means there is a tornado, or what they say here. Yeah, tornado or hurricane, not tornado, hurricane. The next one, I have a video, unconventional lecture. Video are in Romanian, but you can set up the subtitles in English about Bill Mollison and permaculture, how to create permanent agriculture, a history of the author of Bill Mollison, and how to be self-sufficient, to have food self-sufficiency. So here I have the text in English, subtitle in English. Then I have an Anastasia, another series in unconventional lecture. I talk about the Anastasia series of Vladimir Megree, a book that created over 400 communities based on the information from this book. Again, self-sufficient community, not depending on central food, central water, or central energy. Books that I'm reading or I'm listening. This month, one was Unveiling Tartaria, exploring the mystery, myth, and cultural legacy of a lost civilization. It's a 6 out of 10 as quality. They touch some subject, but I wasn't very impressed by this book, actually. Another book that I read in vacation was U.S. Army Insider, Space Ark, Underground City, and ET Contact. Now, here we have a book written by Michael Salla, very good book. He write the information he got from an army insider called GP, Joseph Pabon. Both of these people can be found on YouTube, Instagram, Telegram. They are alive. Mr. Sala was a professor that because he touched subjects such as extraterrestrial, he was banned from university, and he has a series of a video under exopolitics. He wrote a lot of books. And in this book, he talks about GP experience. So this Mr. Pabon, GP, talked to Mr. Sala for a number of years, and he talked about his experience outside military and inside military with inner earth people, with underwater civilization, about space arcs that can be found around the globe. And yeah, he's traveled to outer space. It's a very interesting book. I will highly recommend it. I'm still reading Valiantor, Unlimited Power of Prayer, Fulfilling Your Purpose on Earth with Focus, Joy, and Meaning, by Valiantor. I'm still reading this book, so I cannot tell too much about it. Short story. Now I'm listening to this book, The Search of Hidden Sacred Knowledge by Dolores Cannon. I like Dolores Cannon books. She died a while ago, a few years ago. She writes in her books information received from her patients, I can say. She was past life, she accessed the past life of her clients using hypnosis. She invented her own system of past life regression. Sometimes this past life regression, she can contact through her system the subconscious mind or supraconscious mind of her patients, and sometimes instantaneous healing occur to their patients. But in the meantime, she goes in their past lives and find information about the history of human race at the time where her clients lived in the past life. A very interesting book. I'm still listening to this book. It has few hours of good information. Now, this is my website, Unknown History. This is the extremely ancient history of the human race as I understand it from my reading the books and from my research. Buildings and people. You can find the history of World Trade Center. History, it's interesting. If you go in different parts of the world and you travel, Google offer different information. The information that you find on Google in Toronto, for example, is different from the information that you find on Google in New York City or in South America. Even the music is different that you can find on YouTube. Forgotten knowledge, it's about mostly about Anunnaki, and research around the books of Zacharias Sitchin, but not only. Energy Project is it's a book about different energy systems known around the world in the past, in the history, and things that I discovered travel around the world. And for example, as a curiosity, electrical cars, I found images of electrical cars that are dated from 18th century. The fascinating teaching of Valiantor, history, health, religion, cosmology, geography, deep underground military bases, everything that you want. Knowledge from beyond refer to new concepts, time travel, parallel times, probable times, key energy, Adair, all kind of subjects you can find there. It's like an encyclopedia of less known concepts, metaphysical concepts, cosmological concepts, Egypt travel notes. I have in this book sacred books of Egyptians, places where Jesus Christ and Mary traveled through Egypt, pictures of underground tunnels in Egypt with highly painted images of beings that do not exist right now. Forest and trees, we have Forest and Medicinal Tree series, 6 books, a lot of health information connected with trees and bushes and plants that live in the forest. Wisdom secrets. This book I like to print it. This is available so far only in ebook format. And my first book is Mathematics Test and Solution for grade 9 to 12. Prior to me starting to write books, I had a mathematics magazine. I moved a lot of information online. Most of the information is available for free, but I still have a little bit of information that is, I still need to update the website, but the information is still here. Problems, tests, solutions, application. I have application here of mathematical concepts, quadratic calculator, temperature converter, prime number searcher. Then I have my art collection of paintings. It's a blog in blog format, but for whoever wants to purchase, I have the PayPal account here. And also my Instagram account. With my paintings. Okay, that was the presentation for today. Thank you for your time. See you next time. I'm Liliana Usvat.